Okay. My dear governor.
My GLF.
How are
Good
your
morning.
enjoyment?
Ah, real enjoyment.
I can imagine. It would have spoiled you so much.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad one.
We thank God.
Yeah.
Uh,
You-
oh my God. Uh,
Yeah. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí network ó
stable.
stable. Good.
And so far, so good. Ó stable báyìí o. Torí mò ń gbọ́ yín dáadáa.
Yeah, ó stable báyìí.
First lady náà ńkọ́?
Kí lẹ rí?
Mo ní first lady náà dé ńkọ́?
Àlàáfíà ló wà.
Ṣé wọ́n ti jẹ gbogbo ṣẹ́jà kọ́nà ń jẹ ń bẹ̀? Àbẹ́jà kọ́nà máa ń jẹ jù ní Uyo?
Oúnjẹ àfíà soup àti ẹja náà wà níbí. Àfíà soup,
Àbíá
ọ̀gbọ̀nọ̀
ọ̀gá.
soup àti ẹ̀díkà kan.
Ẹ̀díkà ọ̀fọ̀ àwọn náà nìyẹn. Nà. Àwọn náà nìyẹn o. We thank God. Ẹ kú rìn. So looking forward to having you back.
Yeah.
Ẹ̀yẹ̀ ń wò náà kí ní tiẹ̀ tí ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mẹ́sẹ̀gì sí PDG Mensa but I just to be sure pé we are online.
Okay. Yeah. So, I will call you later. It's about into time.
Okay, my dear brother.
Yeah.
Okay, my DG.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Right. Good morning, fellow Rotarians. Good morning. Our district governor was here a while ago and is still here. I can see him online. One of our speakers is online. That is the irresistible president of Abeokuta Royal, Rotary Adetoni Kazim. And I can see the spouse of a former Arab president, late Arab president, Rotarian Ayumaji Yagwe, you are most welcome. And I can also see a couple of other Rotarians online. Thank you for being prompt. You are most welcome to this edition, Irresistible Virtual Learning Series 3.0. I'm sure other Rotarians and Rotaractors will join us very, very soon. You are most welcome. Thank you.
Good morning, my dear left.
Good morning, my district governor, sir.
I also join to welcome the early comers to the meeting. I recognize our DGN, Olabakari, and irresistible president, Adetonike, who is going to give us a good lecture today, and other Rotarians. I say good morning to you all.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my irresistible DG, sir.
How are you? Hope you are loaded.
ready for delivery.
Yeah.
I want to welcome PDG Abiba Benani, Assistant Rotary Public Image Chair, it's 9010. You are most welcome. Good morning. Distinguished IVLS Moderator, District Governor nominee, Bukola Bakari. You are most welcome. You will be made a co-host immediately.
I can also see.
Thank you so much. Bye.
I think our network is. My DG, can you go on, sir? I think my DG was speaking before.
Yes, just trying to recognize the wife of our past Arab president, Veteran Ayo Majiab. I welcome you to the meeting. Oh, we also have the DG of District 9104, my DG mate. You're most welcome to this meeting.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning, my fellow classmates. Good morning, fellow Rotarians and guests.
How are you doing?
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you. My video. Coordinator, DJ Bukola. I hope you you're unmuted, you can unmute yourself. You are a co-host. Do unmute yourself.
Yes, ma.
Okay, good. Great.
Yes, ma. I've just unmuted myself. Good morning,
Okay.
my DG. And of course, good morning to our PDG, Rotariano Motunde Lawson. I believe we should give another 2 to 3 minutes for members for Rotarians to join in before we start.
That's okay. But can Elizabeth unmute her?
She's equals the same power that is the asking.
She was standing.
What's your relationship?
Okay. All right.
Can talk now.
Yes. It's off again. I don't know why. The mute thinks something is going on and off.
My PDG, ma.
Yes, over to you. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually just waiting until 8:05 so that the DG
yes, I
can
said you
call
could
the
take on.
meeting.
Yeah. I thought you could take recognitions so that you didn't hear me. So you can take recognitions meanwhile of those who are online.
Okay, thank you very much. I know you've taken some, but I will still go ahead and take. My DG, Rotarian Oluwole Kukoyi, is online. Good morning once again, my DG. Rotarian Adetonike Kazim, she's online. Adura Smith Ogundipe is also online. Mrs. Ayomaji Agbe, good morning, ma. Rotarian Olushola Benson, you're welcome. Rotarian Beth, Rotarian Cyril Omorena, good morning. We also have DG Mami online. We have Fumi Balogun online as well.
I think we have a guest speaker is online. PDG Victor.
Okay, I've
Yes.
not.
Scroll down, you see.
Yes,
you see him there.
yes, he's online as well. Our past president, Okpe Odulere from RC Oregun, is also online. Sandra Umukoro from RC Ikeja GRA, you're welcome. Our District Secretary, Executive District Secretary, Rotarian Shomoye, good morning. The Chief of Staff, Rotarian Sylvia Abdallah, you are recognized. Tokumbo from RC Egbe, you're welcome. Rotarian Femi Olaleye, you are also welcome. Rotarian Festus Amoya, you're also welcome, sir. Abiba Benan from ARPIC District 9010, you're welcome. Kenny Aduloju, you are recognized. Rotarian Michael Effiong from Rotary Club of Ikeja South, you are highly recognized. Rotarian Ogabi Babatunde, good morning to you. My Lord, Rotarian Olutoyin Okre, you're welcome. Oyindamola, you are recognized. Patricia Nwarachi, you are also recognized. We will continue to take recognition as people keep joining in. I will leave so that the DG can call to order. It is 8:07, my DDG, ma'am.
Thank you very much, sir. You have said it, so I think you have already said it, my moderator. So the floor is for our district governor, our Pioneer District Governor. You are most welcome, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my past district governor, who is a DLF for our district and the convener of this virtual learning series that we are holding. This is the third one in the series, and I bet that it's going to be yet another interesting one. I'm speaking live from Ibom State. I'm on the road, so the signal may not be friendly, but I want to recognize anyone. DG is the DG of the 9104, District Governor Agan. I recognize you. I recognize our DGN Bukola Bakari, who is our moderator for today. She has been doing very well in previous series. I recognize the members of my core team who are here. Of course, I recognize our guest speakers for today, and we look forward to very interesting and very impactful lectures from them. I recognize everyone that is here with us. I'm sure the DGN has already recognized some of them, and at regular intervals, we shall still continue to recognize them. But let me say good morning to Rotarian Ayadapo Majiaki. Say a special good morning to you. I have the great pleasure to welcome you to this third series of our virtual learning series. And like I said earlier, the two previous editions have been so educative, so informative, that this is where to be on a Saturday morning like this. So on behalf of the convener, that is DLF past district governor Omotunde Lawson. I want to welcome everyone to this beautiful lecture series that we're having today. And on that note, I hereby call this meeting to order. Thank you very much as we listen to the interesting lectures. Good morning, everyone.
Agenda. Good morning, sir.
Thank you so much, my DG. We're going to take Rotarian Adetonike Kazim first. I'm going to read her profile.
Sorry, before you do that,
Yes, sir.
can we have Rotary Grace, please? Oh Lord,
and giver of all good, we praise thee for our daily food. Lord, be friends and Rotary, help us through sun. We know again. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
My dear left, may I proceed?
You have the floor. You have the floor the whole day now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma. My
Yes.
DG, thank you so much for that. Rotarian Adetonike Kazim. She's a princess and a graduate of Moshood Abiola Polytechnic, Abeokuta, where she bagged her ordinary and higher national diploma in estate management. She got her BSc from Abia State University. Adetonike is the CEO of Unwhisperable Kids and Teens, an all-round fashion brand for kids and teens. Adetonike's love for humanity made her join the Junior Chambers International, popularly called JCI, as a collegiate. Mapoli chapter in year 2004 and has been an active humanitarian since then. To further foster our desire to give succor to the needy, she joined Rotary Club of Abeokuta Hills in the year 2020-2021, where she served in various capacities before transferring a membership to Rotary Club of Ladering Hilltop. That was the year 2021-2022. This is the club where a full Rotary service started, both at the club and district level. She served as RILA coordinator for all clubs in Egbaland, where she coordinated almost 200 participants, brought them to Lagos safely and took them back safely. It was after which both district leaders and leaders within Egba Rotary Forum called her to rescue an almost dead club, the then Rotary Club of Ake Royal. She took up the challenge and started with a change of name to the present Rotary Club of Abeokuta Royal. She sought for quality members within the society and put the club in a better place. Rotary Club of Abeokuta Royal has since been very active both within Abeokuta Rotary clubs and at the district level. She's a team player who prefers team efficiency to individual accolades. Adetonike has won many awards both in JCI and Rotary. Our club, Abeokuta Royal, won second best club award for July and August 2024 in Rotary District 9111. Adetonike is an influencer. You always see her on TikTok. She's a good motivator, a good communicator. I present to you Rotarian Princess Adetonike Kazim. Thank you. Can we please unmute Adetonike so that she can go ahead and give us?
Thank you, my DGN. My DG, my Irresistible District Governor, my immediate past District Governor, DGE, DGN, fellow Rotarians. I'm happy to be part of this. It's just sharing my personal experience. The membership growth is just not a magic. It's not just a magic, and it's just an inbuilt thing. And I was called upon 20th of January 2024 that a club is in crisis, and I took this upon myself, and I didn't see it as a challenge though, because I said it's something that is inbuilt, it's part of me, and I took up this challenge. I was told that Rotary Club of Abeokuta Akeden was about to be terminated, and they want me to preside over this, bring in good quality members, and to make it a vibrant club, which I was so happy to do. And I'm also to oversee the club and be the president of this noble club. And to ensure that the club is no longer terminated, because as at then they were not meeting anymore. I think they stopped meeting or the fellowship the first quarter of OPA. So the first thing I did was to first of all list out all my contacts. I cannot see myself, please.
Because your slide is showing, you won't be able to see yourself, sis. Please
Thank
go
you,
ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So the first thing I did is to list out all vibrant and quality members from my contacts, and then the journey began. As I said earlier, they did not pay the dues. They are owing both the RI and the district. So the first thing I did was to clear these deals with the help of my district leaders. Then, after clearing this, I said I list out all my contacts. I list out all my contacts, and I started talking to people effortlessly. Like, I just use it as a normal thing. If you come across a friend, acquaintance, clients, customers, old friends, JCI ward, and I begin to talk to them. I did not see it as any big deal. I talk and I kept on talking. As I said, I influence people and I make good use of it. On my social media, you continuously seeing Rotary. Let me say, I please speak Rotary, I eat Rotary, I birth Rotary every time around. So I begin to talk to people. Number one thing I did is to get a good location for my meeting. Number two I did is to change the club name for a wider coverage, and the name Abeokuta Royal came. And this experience kept on going. And like I said, I list out people, especially from the ward I'm from. This is JCI. They stand as a base for me. My former club, which was terminated, I went all out to talk to all the old members there, the then Abeokuta Hills. And with this list of potential members, and I started with online meeting, and some people started giving me more morale, and I encouraged my members to always bring out new members. We had online for about 4 months, and we kept on talking to ourselves. I do bring people to come and talk to them, like a lecture. With this seminar, then we were just 9. We were just 9, and with these 9 people, we went all out into the society to bring out quality members. I tell you, some of these people, even if they come, some get discouraged, but I don't relent on it. I will still keep talking to him. And what stood out in my club is I was able to influence my members. I speak to them. I make them see Rotary as a no big deal things. I make them see that the dues we are paying is not something you just have to pay once. Now, yes, Adetoni said I should go and bring 200,000 naira, and you have to bring the 200,000 naira at once. I told them we can be doing it monthly, you can be doing it weekly, you can. I just make it so flexible for them to pay, and I did not use money first. So I make sure like they can pay over time and they can get inducted. So with that, it was easy for them to pay the money. I check up on my members regularly. I found out on what they do. And I see on how I can impact and influence on their businesses, anything they are doing. There's one major thing I would tell, and I would love to share, is my club is very, very bonding. We are one big family. So with this bonding, with this bonding, it helps a lot, because the particular thing about my club is we are very, very bonding. And because I go above and beyond the work of Rotary, I ensure my members are okay at every time. I carry them along to anywhere I am going. Anybody that knows that it's me and my club everywhere. If I'm coming to the district, I encourage them to follow me. If I'm going to any club, any social engagement, I do encourage them. So it was so easy for them to quickly bond with Rotary World. And it's easy for them to bring in more members. Over time, I was able to achieve this, the numbers of membership I had. I remember I remember there was a scene where I told the member that we are going to the district. The scared, the fear in them, that to do what? What will I tell them? What will I say? I said, Rotary is all about friendship. You just go out there, mix, make friendship. I tell you, she's one of the best people that is serving well in Rotary today, like about 3 committees now that she is in. So I make it seamless to them. Fellow Rotarian, membership, developing membership in any particular club, I tell you, it has no magic. There is no magic to this. There are just easy ways to go about it. The number one thing I did is to identify the people I know, identifying people my members know, and inviting them to the fellowship, inviting them to the world of Rotary. And sometimes if they identify someone and they don't know how to convince that person, I tell you, fellow Rotarians, I go all out. I visit them. Even if I cannot do it, I bring in someone with higher knowledge of Rotary to discuss with them. I tell you, I can even go, I go all out to visit them, maybe in their offices, and introduce them to the world I belong to. I'll give them scripts to read about Rotary. So by the time they go through all of this, they ask questions for me. If I cannot answer some question, all I do is I look for people with higher knowledge of Rotary to come and intervene in this. And this has been helping me a lot. I make them see value in Rotary and what they stand to gain as a Rotarian. I make it see that if you're not a Rotarian, I don't know where you will be. Some tell me that why is it so easy for me to just see Rotary like that? That it's all about money. No, I make them see that Rotary is not all about money. It's about service. It's about selfless service. Because like I said, I look for people who has humanitarian thing in their blood. It's not me going into someone that will say after this is what Rotary is, explaining Rotary. The moment I introduce Rotary to you, the person must have knowledge about it. And I'll bring out my scripts, talk to them about this thing. With this, it was so easy for me. And I believe any club that can adequately see that friendship, because that is what Rotary based on. If you can see that, oh, this thing had to be friendship. It's not about just bringing a lot of people and they should just pay their dues and they should start visiting fellowship and we sit down and drink. No, it's about how to retain them. Quality, vibrant people. People, captains of industry. Those are my targets. People I know they can influence other people. People I know that, oh, if I talk to them on a particular project, they share the same dream and idea with me because my club is built on friendship and we are bonding. And retaining it is what we kept on talking about. We must retain it. I sing it to them into their head that this club must not go into extinction. So we see it as our own. We see it as a project that it must survive. We see it as a baby we must nurture, and this baby must grow. So it's always seamless for us to go into any project. We know that Rotary based on friendship. And if Rotary can start with friendship, what is there for us not to start as friends? So with this friendship and bonding, it kept on helping us to keep on growing. And with this, and I'm sorry, with this, it's very easy for my members to relate. I say, when you see the DG today, DG is just like a father to you. You see the PGD is just like a mother to you. I don't make them see I Rotarian as like a teen god or something they cannot or someone they cannot talk to. I make sure I carry them along to anywhere I am going. So with all of these things, it was easy for my members to kept on bringing people. And we see it as we see Rotary as a second place for us, like a second work. So the moment I bring out any project for my members, they see it, oh, it's something we can do. Because the first thing I'll do is to see the visibility of that. We'll see it together. We'll talk about it, and I tell you the next thing we should implement. Another thing I do is money is not the major thing we do in my club. Fine, money is very, very essential, but we don't make money number one. Oh, if you're joining Rotary, because the idea everybody has is, oh, if you're a Rotarian, you're a billionaire, you're a millionaire. No. I make it so simple for them. If you have 20,000, if you have 10,000, you can do it. And this helped me to create pool of friends, pool of membership. I create another word among ourselves. We analyze what make the former club to almost go into into a session. We analyze it among ourselves and we say, okay, this is our weakness, the former career, and this is our strength. We analyze all of these things and it's helping us. And it's enhancing the image of the club also. We do two different, we do virtual and physical because I have diaspora members. I did not limit my membership in this town called Abeokuta. I spread my tentacles to everywhere. I have membership far back in Benin. I have in Lagos because most people feel connected to where they are free, where they see their friends. So this helps me a lot. And having fun is a major thing we do in my club. We marry together, we wine together, we dine together, and it helps a lot. I wish I can continue to keep on going and on to talk about my club. And another thing that I see as an advantage in my club is we are friends. We are friends. We call ourselves family. They call me family. I call them family. I see their problem as part of my own. And I tell you, I have good quality members, potential members. And the last 16 that I was able to inducted, I have a marine engineer, I have lawyers, I have mechanical engineers, I have estate surveyor and valuers, I have tax inspectors, TV personalities. I tell you, I have captains of industry in my club. And this kept on increasing the capacity of us. Each one always bring one, and we always try to retain it. Thank you very much for this privilege, and I'm happy to talk to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. Thank you very much for that. We've been able to see that with your flexible payment option, you've been able to grow your members. And also, you and your member, you work as a team, which has given you this success rate. You've also gone beyond the call of duty as a Rotarian to ensure that your club stays afloat. Thank you so much. While we're still online, I'd like to recognize some of our district leaders that has joined. My Oga, my DGE, District Governor-elect from Rotary Club of Maryland, Rotarian Henry Akinyele, you are recognized. Rotarian Akinshoyoye, I'm only going to call a few, so please pardon me because of our time. Rotarian Tunde Ojo, Rotarian Buki Kendi Adeniran, my PAG, Rotarian Busola Shatuyi. Permit me to also recognize Daniel Engamben from District 9150. Indeed, Ted Ezekiel, you are recognized. Rotarian BC Kayode, you are recognized. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. I want to find out if my PDG, Rotarian Victor Mensah, if you are ready, sir. Can you please test your mic? Let's know that you are ready, sir, before I read your profile.
Hello and good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Very good.
Good morning, PDG. Welcome.
Thank you, DG. Thank you, colleagues. It's a pleasure to be with all of you here today.
Thank you so much. Let me quickly check the profile of PDG Victor Mensah. His profile is long, but I've been able to, it was difficult, but be as it may, let me go ahead. Our PDG, Rotarian Victor P.K. Mensah, is a chartered manager, meaning that he's a member of the Chartered Management Institute. He's a people and organizational development consultant and a partner on sabbatical at Victor and Victor's MS Limited. In that role, he has advised AU, UN agencies, and the African Development Bank on various projects and policies. He has been involved in Rotary since 2010 as a member of Rotary Club of Kwazi, Zambia, where he served in various capacities. He was the Changemaker District Governor of District 9210 in 2021-2022. He is currently the Rotary Communications and Media Coordinator for Africa, Chair of RI Convention to Africa Project, and Assistant Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator for Region 28 that covers East and Southern Africa, and immediate past chair of Region 28 Governors Council. PDG Mensah is a self-confessed Pan-Africanist is passionate about gender and youth development and promoting inter-Africa business linkages. A fun, I won't say shy person, is married. He's married to Mina, his one and only wife. He's blessed with 3 children. Victor is a member of Chartered Management Institute. He went to University of Wales for his Masters of Science, went to University of Minnesota, University of South Africa, University of Victoria. He was at Zambia Institute of Diplomacy and International Relations. Fellow Rotarians, I present to you Victor Mensah, who is going to be taking us through exciting club experience, a route to membership retention and growth. Rotarian Mensah, you have the floor, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Director of Ceremonies. I don't know where we dug all of that information from, but I really appreciate you very much, and thank you for the invitation. My district governor and my learning facilitator, fellow Rotarians, my fellow speaker, it's really been a lovely morning so far. It's an honor for me to be here speaking to you today. As a matter of fact, I always ask myself, what brings us all to an early morning session where we say we will wake up and come online here to fellowship with other people. It is only pretty much about Rotary that can pull us to get to that particular point. And I'll be sharing with you, hopefully this morning, in a very simple structure on citing club experiences. My Irresistible president has presented some really wonderful points, and it makes me feel proud for her to be able to take on such a bold challenge. And I will really encourage all of us to please put our hands together for those amazing points. And she tells us some really, really important things to get us in. And then the point we have to then pick on from here is how do we maintain them? How do we ensure they are retained and we grow with them throughout? So for me, it's an honor to be talking to you about something that's key to each club's future: membership retention and growth. We cannot exist without members. We cannot exist without membership growing. So we'll be looking at a few things here. Because membership, it's like the lifeline, it's like the blood that keeps every club growing. And if we don't really look at that, then it becomes a very big problem. From where I sit in the zone, I look at communication and media. And part of this is to make sure that people know about Rotary and come in. But we cannot do communications, public image, etc., without effectively talking about the things that ensure that we are all in here. And whether you're a seasoned member or relatively new, I think we can all agree on one thing. Without Rotary, Rotary is more than just meetings and service projects. It's a community, it's a family, and more importantly, it's a place where each of us feels a sense of belonging and purpose. And today, I want to explore with you some secret ingredients in creating an exciting club experience, one that keeps members engaged, energized, and proud to wear that Rotary pin. And by the end of this, I'm hoping that we will answer one fundamental question: how can we build a kind of club where our members never want to leave and others are lining up to join this particular club of ours? Now, this presentation hopefully is going to be engaging, like the way we want our clubs to be. So let's all sit up and get ready. I know it's very early in where we are, etc. I want everybody to please sit up if you are lying down, etc. And try and put on your video. Let us see and say hi to people here. Yeah. Let's see if we are all engaged. Because being engaged also means that we are together. And wherever you are, we can see each other's smiles. I'm just even going to put off here now. Let's see. People are going to, yes, people are even waving to others. Thank you very much. Are our members engaged wherever you are? You can be on the farm right now and ask yourself, are you with us? Or are you listening? Wherever you are, do not feel that we are not with us here together. Very good. Very good. You see, people are just lining up nicely. Okay, good. And so before I get on, let's try our systems because it's going to be engaging. Let's use the reactions button here. I want to see if people know how to raise their hands using the Zoom platform here. So just try and just raise your hand using the Zoom platform here. Click on reactions and just wave. Now you raise your hands. We know that you can raise your hands. Good, good, because it's going to, we want to just get into that mode. And then if people are raising their hands, very good, very good. Yeah, give us this thumbs up, thumb up. Okay, in that same place, you can find thumbs up or some celebratory mode. Good, good, good. So we are getting there. We are getting there. Very good. So we are engaged already this morning. We are already engaged. But let's do a very, very quick survey. Now, raise your hands. Okay, everybody can put down your hands now, and we will raise it again with this question that comes in. Now, raise your hands if you joined Rotary because you were invited by someone you admired or respected. Okay, raise your hands. If you can't use the reactions, you can put up your hands using the video. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Hmm. Then now let's ask ourselves, now that we have, keep your hands up if you stayed because the club exceeded your expectations and made you feel genuinely involved. Keep your hands up if the club actually exceeded your expectations and made you feel genuinely involved. Okay. We seem to have some really good points here. All right. So we were invited by somebody we admired, and based on that, we said, okay, we are in now. Did our expectations get met? Okay. Now, how do we get onto these things and make sure that we give people irresistible reasons for them to still be in Rotary? This is interesting, right? We were all invited, but we kept on because of something deeper, something irresistible. Now let's explore a lot of reasons, but I want us to explore 5 of these irresistible reasons. And I call these power of purpose, the 3 E's, the psychology of belonging, FNF, and the growth mindset. Hopefully we'll walk through this. Now we can all put our hands now and explore these together. I see people's hands are up. Good, good, good. We can now bring our hands down. It's part of the engagement to see people are hearing and listening. Good, and they can bring it down. Great. Firstly, my dear friends, the power of purpose. The power of purpose. One thing that makes Rotary unique is our sense of purpose. People join us not only to network or for social reasons, but because they believe in what Rotary stands for, service above self. But here's the catch. Sometimes we get so caught up in projects or protocols, call this person PHF, PDG, PPF, what? We just get caught up in all of these. We lose sight of why our members joined in the first place. It's like all we do or talk about projects. You get to sometimes a club and from beginning to the end, we are only talking about projects. But then I want to ask you all one question right now. What motivates you to stay in your club? Go to the chat box and just put one reason that makes you feel motivated to still be in your club. Just one word or a short one. Okay, good. In the chat box, let's enter now. I can see a lot of great points coming up here. Okay, now please enter. Service, fellowship, good. Friendship, okay, keep them going, keep them going. Great. We can all ask ourselves the questions, what keeps us going? What keeps people motivated to still be in our club? If we don't ask the question, we will only make assumptions and we will not know. It is not even just about the answers we are seeing now. It is about first and foremost asking that question and knowing what keeps somebody motivated still within the club. We need to remind ourselves of why our members join, to be part of something meaningful. Every meeting, every event should ignite that sense of purpose. Members' growth and motivation is also your project. We can look at our members and say, do we have a project that makes our members happy? How do we talk about that during our meetings? The second point in terms of what we have is excitement and energy. Excitement and energy. Now, the 3 E's here: excitement, energy, and engagement. Let's talk about this. Every club has its ups and downs. But think about the times when your club was buzzing with energy. What made it exciting? What made it exciting? When members feel that their ideas matter, when they are actively participating in projects, in events, leading initiatives, or working side by side with people they admire, they feel valued, and that creates momentum. It creates momentum. We thrive, all of us, in environments that are dynamic and inclusive. And when members walk into a room, they must feel that they are welcomed. That greeting, but it should not just be a handshake, but it should be an invitation to take part, for them to actually contribute within the club. And that means that we must create a dynamic environment for all of this to happen. Let us invite our members to truly participate in what makes the club a great club for them. Because if they cannot participate in it, then why are we here? Why are they just sitting there? Are they just members to pay dues? The third point, my friends, is the psychology of belonging, and each club must understand this. We are social beings. Humans are social beings. We have an innate need to belong, and studies have shown that people stay committed to growth when they feel connected on a personal level, not just a transactional one. And Rotary, with its mix of service, fellowship, and shared values, is the perfect environment for this. But here's a catch: people don't feel connected in their own clubs sometimes. So, as irresistible club leaders, as district leaders, we need to facilitate that sense of connection and create the magic in the lives of our members. Think about it. When was the last time you sat down and really got to know a fellow Rotarian? When did you do that? To truly get to know a fellow Rotarian beyond the hi, how are you, etc. When was the last time you called a fellow Rotarian up and said, you know what, can we meet next week, Tuesday? Let's have some coffee or lunch. Sir, what is the reason? Is there anything the matter? Just want to sit down and get to know you a little better. Because all I do is to say hello to you at meetings, and I don't know why. We must create opportunities for these meaningful interactions. Or are we just come to meetings and just taking off an agenda? No. I hope we can do better in that. And then comes the really truly points beyond meaningful interactions. And this comes with the F and F, which is meaningful, fun, and fellowships. Don't forget the fun. We cannot overlook the importance of having fun in Rotary, because Rotary is about service, but we must serve best when we are enjoying the journey. We serve best when we're enjoying the journey. Have you ever noticed how much easier it is to stay committed to something when you're having fun doing it? One way to make Rotary exciting is through fellowship events that bring together people outside the typical formalities of a meeting. It could be anything, a trivia night, fun with families, etc. And I know you all have a lot of ideas for this. And so I'm going to pause for a moment and ask you to go into the chat box. Please list a few fun ideas that you think you want to see in your club. If people or your club engages you in these fun activities, what could it be? What will keep you engaged in your club? Please go to the chat box. Don't enter yet. I'm going to pause here for 1 whole minute and see. Please type it and I'll give you all the chance to just enter it at a go. So type some fun activities or fun engagement that you personally would love to see. List about 3 of them. Just list, don't enter yet. Just type but do not enter. Good, good, good. 10 seconds to go. 10 seconds to go. 10 seconds to go. Just type fun activities that you would love for fellowship in your club. We are doing a club survey right now, and people are typing your wishes. It can be crazy. In fact, add one very crazy idea that will make it fun for you in your Rotary Club. And now, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, enter. Oh my goodness. Aerobics exercise and fitness talk, music and dance, a club retreat, indoor games, fellowships and aerobics. One time, my club decided that we're going to have an aerobics, but my club is an evening club. So how do we do it? We spoke to our hotel and they gave us a room, 2 rooms, one for our meeting where we also have dinner, and we brought in an aerobics instructor. And in one room, we spent 1 hour, well, it was about 30, 45 minutes, doing aerobics you can do without over sweating and stretches. And then after that, after we've burnt a bit of energy, we went to eat a little bit more. We had members from other clubs joining us. A club one time decided to go and invade another club. All the members decided we are going to visit a sister club, and our goal is to make sure that we are more than them in their own meeting. And if we achieve that, then we will raise a motion that our club president should chair that meeting, their fellowship meeting for that day. One club I know invited their spouses and their children to come to their meeting and to chair their meetings for them. In fact, just this week that is coming to an end, Irresistible president from Uganda, traveled to Kenya, Mombasa, just to have a retreat. All the presidents have gone out to have retreats out there, to fellowship over a weekend with their families and to bond as presidents. My dear friends, there are 1,001 ideas for Rotary fun and fellowship. And a lot of them we can do. We are seeing within our place, our chat box right now. We can have so many of them. Costume parties, wine and craft, beer tasting. You taste but don't drink, maybe. A jobs fair that is designed for people, younger members, etc. There are so many ideas that we could all bring to the bear. And these ideas will never be ending. And I'll share some of these on the screen. And you will see a lot of them, even in the presentation that I will share with you in terms of my speech. The key things we need to remember are that people are more likely to stay if they are not only changing the world, but they are also building lifelong friendships. And I really, really appreciate the former presenter for that, because they said we are not just members, we are friends. We are friends. Then brings me to the final point that we must touch on here. You can see my presentation has too many ideas for club engagement. So let's move to that final point in terms of the growth mindset. Finally, let's talk about this. Retention and growth go hand in hand. A club that's vibrant and fun and impactful naturally attracts new members. But we must be intentional about growing. When we invite someone to Rotary, we are not just inviting them to meetings. We are inviting them to be part of a movement. That movement ensures that we are achieving things in the world and we are making an impact. How we welcome them, how we integrate them and involve them will determine whether they stay or not. Our growth strategy needs to reflect the diversity of today's world and people's motivation for coming. We must look at it and say some of them are virtual, some of them are young professionals, some of them are women with children, little children. How can we tailor specific things for these specific needs of our members? It is important to be intentional about doing that. And so when we are welcoming new members, we capture the sense of a survey of what will make them stay. What strengths are they bringing, and how can we truly, truly bring all of these together? And I do hope that the route to membership retention and growth is paved with a purposeful engagement, and making them truly feel belong to our club. Because when that happens, they will commit to creating a new club where every member feels inspired to show up, not just because it is an obligation for them to come, but because it is the highlight of their week. They will come to meeting and they feel energized to go back. So I'll leave you with one question today. What one thing, one change can you make in your club today to create that excitement, that experience that is so exciting, so engaging that members can't help but stay and say, you know what, this is truly my club. This is truly the club that makes me feel engaged. And I can't wait to bring other members come and join us. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak to you today.
Thank you so very much, my PDG, Rotarian Victor. Thank you. That was powerful. I'm sure we've all gained from the two speakers that have taken us this morning. We've learned about our power of purpose, the 3 E's, which are excitement, energy, and of course, engagement. The psychology of belonging. And we've also seen that we are not just part of the number, we are part of a movement. And we've looked at why we joined and why we have stayed. While we're preparing our questions, we have 10 minutes for question and answers. You can type or you can just raise your hand. I want to also recognize some of our district leaders that joined while my PDG was on the floor. PDG Remy Bello, good morning, sir. You're welcome. You are highly recognized. My PAG Raf Abanom, good morning to you, sir. Rotary Anthony Musa Agboneni, you're welcome. Rotarian Angela Nodim. My PAG, Rotarian Ade Oyenekon, I see you. Rotarian Moses Uwala, you're welcome. Barrister Oladimeji of Rotary Club of Ikeja GRA, you're welcome, sir. So this is the time now for questions and answers. We will only take 5 questions. 5 questions, please. 5 questions. If you have a question, you need to raise your hand. Use the emoji to raise your hand. From the chat group, my PDG, Rotarian Omotunde Lawson says, another powerful and practical presentation. This is a morning well spent. And some are saying, thank you so much for this insight. And somebody says, thank you, our dear Assistant Rotary Foundation Coordinator, PDG Victor. Was a powerful one. The floor is open for questions, please. And somebody is also asking, I'm also asking, is it possible to have slides, to have these slides? I'm sure it will be made available for everyone. Usually after the presentation, we always put it on the general platform. So please be on the lookout for it. You will get all the slides. It will be shared. Okay, somebody is saying, sir, thank you for sharing such information. It is very inspiring. Now, there is a question here for Rotarian Princess Adetonike. They want to know what you are doing, what you are telling JCI members, that why are you not bringing them to Rotary? I can categorically say to you that a lot of JCI members are actually joining Rotary, because by the time they become senators, there's nothing for them to do. When they attain a certain age, there's nothing for them to do in JCI. A lot of them then comes to Rotary. So we need to continue to tap on that opportunity. People who are willing to serve will definitely come to Rotary. Let us tap on it. Okay, there is a question here, sir. It says, my question is that why some Rotarians don't like to join in other club activities and projects. If you inform them, Rotarians, why, this is from Rotarian Cyril Blessing from RC Jos, District 9127. Why is it that some Rotarians don't like to join other club activities and projects? My PDG, sir, I would like you to take that question, sir.
Well, thank you very much. We cannot know unless we ask them. If the club is intentional, as President Princess said, we must ask them. Why? And it could be many reasons. Perhaps the timing is not good for them, or perhaps it is not an activity that excites them, or it has not been marketed well for them. We cannot assume that everybody in our club should be interested in every single activity that we put up. That is why even in designing or deciding on what kind of activity we should put out there for our club members, we should always ask our club members, what will excite you? What will give you that opportunity to be engaged? And perhaps when we find that out, some of these people that maybe are not engaging now may want to engage. And then perhaps maybe we give them the opportunity for them to create things that they love. It may be something the rest of us are not truly, excited about, but where is the sacrifice that sometimes we say, you know what, Ayo has come up with an idea that we're so sure about, but let's follow. Let's go and engage with him and see if we can just do that for just once, and perhaps we might enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that, sir. Rotarian Femi Olaleye, I see that you raised your hand. Please go ahead, unmute yourself.
Thank you so much, my DGM. This is a very well coordinated program. Thank you for all that you have been doing. My PDG, Mensa, sir, thank you so much for your presentation. My question is this. You see, we have some very old club, all right, 40, 45, and all of that club. And you have some elders in the club who are, when I say extremely domineering, I mean what I mean what I'm saying. Extremely domineering. As far as they are concerned, the club have a culture that any member who is coming in must either adapt to or fall off. And that is affecting not just even the retention of the members, but even the growing of that club. What do you think one can do with these seemingly domineering members who feel, well, this is the culture of our club and there is nothing we can do about it? It's either you fall in or you fall out. Thank you, sir.
My PDG, sir, please unmute and answer that. We can only take 2 more questions.
But I was going to ask, I was going to throw this back to everybody. If you have an answer to what we should do with clubs with people who are extremely domineering, maybe it's the time for people to be able to answer some of these questions. So yeah, people should please go ahead and answer the questions in the chat group. I'll be very happy to hear from some of you. The other thing, some of the things that come to my mind, like 2 quick points. One, yes, they may not know they are that domineering or overbearing, and it is preventing others. You see this from people who have been there for long, a lot of PPs, PhDs, people with a lot of titles, even PDGs. You know, when you have clubs with a lot of PDGs, it can be a problem. We are some of the problem. So let me make it very clear out there. But sometimes they may not know they are a problem. So it's about talking about these things. Sometimes also we learn, the second point I have is we learn a lot about leadership. We bring people to come to talk to our clubs about leadership, but we don't bring people to come and talk to members about followership. You could have been a leader, you were a past president, a PDG, etc. Now, how do you bring yourself to follow? Because at the end of the day, there's a president of the club or there's a chair of a committee leading us to achieve a purpose. How do we follow? We need to learn the skills of followership. And then sometimes when you have a group of people who want to have things one way, consider your club as even a bank. All of you have bank accounts, but maybe it's not even your branch, your own branch, but there's a particular branch that when you go there, you get the service in the way you like. Perhaps it's time to explore satellite clubs. So within a club, you can have satellite clubs. Put some of those people who want things done in a particular way, maybe be in one club, in one satellite. And then others who want things to be in another way, in another satellite. Once a month, we all come together, fellowship together. That way, we can be serving the needs of multiple members of our clubs, and they don't feel like we're leaving them out. These are just 3 ideas, but I hope that we can all, in the group here, find ways in which we can engage with people. The 4th one will have been to kick them out, but we don't want to kick people out. We must give people that opportunity for them to still be engaged in whichever way they want, but also within the spirit and construct of a progressive club. I submit. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We also have Rotarian Brand, who raised his hand, and Rotarian Sylvia. Rotarian Brand, you have the floor. Please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself, sir.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm so sorry. This is a question of BBC, so please forgive me. But the spirit is very vibrant. Thank you, PDG Victor, for that presentation. And so whatever I was able to get was really marvelous. And you delivered this lecture as if you were a prophet. A number of things you mentioned are happening in my club. By the way, I am PE Rotary Club of Unkwazi in Lusaka, Zambia. And my question seems to is similar to Rotarian Femi, which is we have old Rotarian members, Rotary members, and the old memories are very vivid. So we're trying to see why is membership attendance, fellowship membership attendance not really improving. So there was a suggestion to blend physical meetings with virtual meetings. And oh my God, I mean, there is so much resistance. And no, these virtual meetings are not as effective, they don't bring in that flavor and so on. So, but we are not able as new Rotarians to see an increase in attendance of old Rotarians. So we are trying to find a solution to a problem. And the suggestion of a combination, a hybrid between physical and virtual was suggested. But no. Glorious old days, always we had physical meetings. Those had a meeting. Virtual meetings cannot work. Can perhaps PDG Victor please repeat what he has said in the past? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my President-elect Brian. I'm going to ask perhaps our irresistible president, Ade Tonike, to maybe share, repeat one of the points she made about sharing, having members who are virtual, etc. Perhaps maybe before I add a bit on that. My president?
Can I get the message and the question again, please?
Yes, he was asking, firstly, how do you engage old Rotarians who are stuck on the modes of engagement of years gone by? One of the ideas they have come up with is to try and have a mix of virtual and physical meetings, and it's still being resisted. Do you have any points on that? And then hopefully perhaps members in the group should also use the chat box to give more ideas to PE Brian. So, President?
Thank you very much. I don't know who asked the question, but it's always easy for an old Rotarian to come back with acts of friendship. Yes. The second speaker said something that if you are comfortable with someone you have so much respect for, to be easier for you to relate with them. Any advice, anything they ask you to do, it will be very, very easy. So old Rotarian, it's always easy for them to come back into the world of Rotary. And as for the diaspora members, I basically use the online to attract them because they always want to relate with us here back home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you very much for that. And to add to those wonderful points, Brian, sometimes we need to ask those old Rotarians again. And I keep coming to this. If you don't ask them, what will really make you come? Just directly, straightforward. What will really make you keep coming for meetings? What would that be? But perhaps also, as a second point, maybe we should go to where they are. We can change. One of the meetings is virtual, one is physical in our meeting venue. But we can say that, okay, you know what, next week our meeting is going to be held in the house of this old Rotarian we have not seen in a while. I take cue from one story I heard of a member in a club somewhere who had been attending meetings for over 30 years. Very consistent, never missed the meeting, 100% attendance. In those days when we used to give awards for 100% attendance every year, this guy had it for 30 years at a go. He had never been sick. And then one time he was hospitalized For 2 weeks, he was in the hospital. He had missed 2 meetings. His heart was at pains. Individually, members had gone to visit him. But then somebody came up with an idea and said, you know what? Our next meeting, this coming Friday afternoon or whatever it is, let's go to the hospital and have the meeting there. They all moved themselves. They went to the hospital. At the time they are supposed to have their meeting, they even rang the bell. We're calling the meeting to order. They did everything there. And this member was like, what is wrong with you guys? You can't just leave me alone for a moment. He was saying that it's fun. Imagine the power of engagement they showed him. That they all respect him that much. They moved their meeting to his house, to his hospital bed, and had that engagement there. Other members who are new looking at it say, you know what? I truly will have a family if I'm hospitalized for a number of days. And we can find small things like this to really engage with people, our members, so that they feel great and they'll never, ever. This guy left the hospital, and do you think that he ever quit Rotary or never attended meetings? He kept coming and kept coming. And hopefully, even in his afterlife, he will still be attending Rotary meetings. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I have Pastor Sylvia, you have the floor. Please unmute. After Pastor Sylvia, Rotarian Sylvia Abdallah will have Rotarian Mike Effiong. And Rotarian Mike Effiong will be the last question we'll take to this morning. Rotarian Sylvia, you have the floor. Please unmute.
Thank you, my DGN. I just made a comment on the chat in the chat room. I didn't really. What I was saying is that this series are very engaging. They're very inspiring, and I just wish more Rotarians would join.
Thank you so much for that. Rotarian Effiong, please, you have the floor. Thank you. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah. Thank you, my DGN. I wanted to put some points across regarding the question of old members and virtual meetings. But PDG Victor had taken lots of my points, but I just want to add that you could actually remind some of them about what we did during COVID when we couldn't gather. We had to find a way, we had to innovate. And that way we were still able to meet. So maybe that could also be a convincing argument. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I think that concludes our question and answer today. I will hand over to my PDG, Rotarian Omotunde Lawson. Thank you so much. And of course, before I leave, I want to also acknowledge what my PDG said, and I want everybody to take notes that every club has its ups and downs. And also that we need to conduct like a project for membership to see how happy our members are. That would help us to engage our members and of course retain them and bring in new members. Thank you, ma.
What can I say than to really appreciate our district governor nominee, the moderator of our Irresistible virtual learning series, for the first 3 editions, which you had actually moderated perfectly, and you have made it so interesting for all of us. You said that before you leave, you're not leaving because we're going to close this program together. But before I invite my district governor finally to give us his remarks and to close this particular 3.0 IVLS, may I once again appreciate our district governor-elect, Henry Akinyele, and guest speaker, PDG Victor Mensah, Assistant Reform Foundation Coordinator from the 9210, for accepting to be here with us via just a phone call and text message with you. Thank you for sharing your wealth of experience. Thank you for all you do for Rotary. Thank you so much. Irresistible, thank you for sharing that beautiful Rotary story, which I believe your fellow presidents will tap from and use that to enlarge their membership. I want to thank those who joined us from different districts. Once again, Assistant Public Image Coordinator, Abiba Benani, and of course, President-elect Rotarian Brian from Lusaka. Thank you for joining us. And our own PDG Remi Bello, you had not missed any of this series. Thank APIC, our own APIC, Mike Effiong, all irresistible presidents, assistant governors, PAG, as they have been duly recognized by a moderator, the wife of a late Rotary Arab president. There's one thing I want to take, which apart from all what has been said, P.D. Victor said, that we should learn the skill of followership rather than the skill of leadership. Because what we sell most of the time is leadership to Rotarians. The way actually imbibe the culture of followership and for us to also spread the skill of followership. Thank you, our distinguished participants this morning. Those who have not been part of it, truly, it cannot be as nice as listening to these speakers. Getting the slides are good, but being part of it is better. And before I hand over to the DG, let me say, I want to thank you. And on that note, I'm going to step down and look forward to the next edition of Irresistible Virtual Learning Series 4.0, coming up first Saturday in November. So my district governor, sir, you have the floor to round off this beautiful session. Thank you, sir.
Well. Thank you, my DLF, and the convener of this very powerful and very interactive virtual learning series, point 3. There's no iota of doubt that this has been a very successful one, and I must say that it's the best of the pack that we've had so far. Let me recognize my DG, Prince Henry Akinyele, and PDG Remi Bello, and all others who have been so recognized during the rounds of recognition. I want to thank every one of you for being part of this very interactive learning series. Let me join the DLF to thank PDG Victor Mensah. That presentation was it. I mean, from his wealth of experience, we've gathered and gained so much. And there's no doubt that it's going to help all of us in engaging our members at our various club levels. Of course, Irresistible President Adetunike, I mean, she gave us a practical ways of inviting and engaging members. She didn't talk from the books, but from my experience, she really taught us a lot about how to engage members. She mentioned things like a bonding, like acting like a family, and I think these are essential ingredients of really engaging members. Distinguished leaders who are here and all the presidents, past presidents that are here, I want to say this is a very interesting edition, and this is the way to spend Saturday morning in learning more about Rotary. Learning is a continuous process, and I'm very sure that each and every one of us has gained a lot. Apology if there's some background noise here. I'm at the airport awaiting a flight back to Lagos. I want to thank everyone for being here. We are looking forward to the next edition of Virtual Learning Series Point 4.
Thank you so very much, my DG. I think There must have been
Certificates are
a
there.
glitch where it
Yeah.
is.
Please,
There
we
must
have the
have been
pleasure
a
of
glitch where
presenting
it
the
And I
certificates.
just say that one is also very much.
Mhm.
So I now declare this meeting
So
closed.
we have the certificates by DG, sir. Present certificate to them, sir. DG, we have certificates of appreciation displayed. Kindly present them, sir.
And over to you, moderator.
Okay.
My DG, sir.
I think his
My
network
DG,
is failing.
okay. I think
His
there's
network
a
is
glitch
failing.
from his end. Yes, my
Exactly.
DLF, please present the certificate.
Oh, okay.
Please.
Chair.
Yes, sir.
Presented to Rotarian Adetonike Kazim for this wonderful presentation during the Irresistible Virtual Learning Series point 3, duly signed by the DLF and also by the DG. Thank you so very much, Rotarian Adetonike, for this. We appreciate you. And of course, we are also very happy to present this certificate of appreciation for giving us a very beautiful and very impactful and insightful lecture at today's learning series, virtual learning series. Thank you so very much, PDG Victor Mensah. We appreciate your efforts. Thank you on behalf of the district.
Thank you. On that note, we want to say good morning to everyone. See you again next month for Irresistible Virtual Learning Series 4.0. Have a lovely weekend. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Well done. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. See you.